Hello! Today is a great day, good weather, and a lot of photons. Hello, Natasha. Hello, hello. And today we are talking about this book. I finished it and made a quick review. In general, it's 68% great book, but usually these books from the series, they describe some practical topics, some applications of techniques, and often they don't introduce some theoretical concepts. So if you'd like to learn ray tracing from scratch, it's not the great book. Yeah, so it's better to start from books that explain things from the beginning. Otherwise, you can be put into the situation where everything looks like magic and very wonderful, and everyone very smart because everyone discovers something new. But in the end, there is very kind of slim, basic, and beautiful foundation. And when you learn it, then the world becomes much less magical, but a bit more clear and better to understand. So when I'm talking about different books, I have a lot of them, but here only two, because I don't want to show all of them, and also I don't have here all of them. So this advanced global illumination, maybe it's a bit hard to find this, but it's not a very big book, and it provides this time for good graphics, yeah. And it's good introduction to the ray tracing because it starts from the foundation, and you just need probably to read 100 pages to have this foundation, and it provides good mathematical foundation. So you know the measurements unit, what's the difference between radians, irradians, and not only in words, but you can write formula, you know what is rendering equation, yeah, and things like that. Here about rendering equation, and it provides a lot of examples how to, if you start with one form of rendering equation, how to convert it to a different form, and it does it multiple times. So after you read through all of this, you'll get some pretty good experience. So because in book like this, often it just mentions rendering equation, or even if it explains my rendering equation, it doesn't explain what does it mean that rendering equation is computed with relative to solid angle measure, or maybe relative to area measure, and depending on this measure, the computation will be different. Yeah, but often these books don't mention about these things, and yeah, it's not good. Here's Monte Carlo, how to do sampling, things like that. Yeah, and the good thing about this is only 100 pages, because after that there is some religiosity, that old school stuff, and yes, it's less interesting. Yeah. And another book, it's physically based rendering. It's a big book, thick book, but it's fundamental book. I probably read it at least twice from cover to cover. The first time I read it kind of just from cover to more than 10 years ago, to get basic understanding after I read this book. Yeah, but after that I constantly refer to it to refresh my memory, or to learn some topics, or to check implementation details. A lot of this book is implementation details because it describes entire renderer. For example, here it's like 1000 pages, yeah, but I believe that maybe at least 1/4 or maybe 1/3 of this book is theory. So before implementing something, it introduces a theory, and yeah, it describes completely algorithm and details, some even low-level details like how caches work, how kind of to design properly data structures when it's needed. So it's a great book. It's the best. It's the best book about ray tracing that I have. It's very good. But this book is not about real-time ray tracing. It's about offline rendering. Yeah. And here I have this thing, and it was gift, totally unexpected and a big surprise from my colleague, from my previous work, and from my friend, I think. Yeah, and it was a gift from him, and I really appreciate this. And as you see, this book, it's still in plastic cover, because I decided to read this book completely, and only after that to open this book. And today is the day. So let's do this. I don't know if I can do this properly with one hand. I need a tripod, yeah? I can do this. Let's destroy this. Let's destroy this. Yeah. A lot of plastic. Okay. And here this completely new book, Ray Tracing GAMS 2, edited by Adam Mars, Peter Shirley, and Ingo Wald. And some section editors, I also know some people. Per Christensen, I believe, that's the guy from Pixar. Angelo Pasker, Thomas Miller. Yeah, it's a very nice looking book. And how many pages? How is it thicker than PBRT? What do you think? Is it thicker? It doesn't look. How many pages? I think 1021. What do you think? No, it's less than 1000. It's kind of, less than 900 pages. Table of contents. So what we have here, we have Ray Tracing Foundation. Oh, that's good. That's kind of some theoretical material that I complained before. That's very good to have this source. It's very sunny day, and it's everything. You can see shadows here, ray tracing in real time, and chapter essential regeneration shaders, hacking shadow terminator. Yeah, that's one another shadow terminator, sampling textures with missing derivatives, sleek approximations, a lot of interesting things. Handling translucency, nice. Motion blur, fast paper upsampling, the reference path tracer, the shader binding table, it's DirectX API or Vulkan. Introduction to Vulkan ray tracing. Woohoo! But I already know this stuff. Using bundles resources. It looks. They added more chapters related to graphics API, but it's kind of a bit boring. This graphics API is not real graphics. I don't know. But Maybe I'm just getting old, maybe it's kind of really cool stuff. Web race, oh, this sounds so cool. Web race, Web3 race, maybe. Visualizing and communicating errors in multiple important sampling. Woohoo! I bet it's by Matt Farr. I don't know, but let's check. Chapter 20, 327th page. 327. No, I was wrong. But still, I'm pretty sure it's a great chapter. Because theoretical foundation and presenting information where people learn how to code instead of how to copy the code written by other people. So the first is much better. Weighted reservoir sampling. Oh, and this should be really good. That should be good. That should be good. Rendering many lights with grid-based reservoirs. Maybe also good. Using blue noise for ray tracing. I need to read it. I don't know much about blue noise. I never use it. I believe blue noise, that's the noise that doesn't have low frequency component. So it's everything very high frequent. Yeah, so yeah, very high frequency noise. Shading and effects, temporary reliable motion vectors. Oh, today is so good weather, it's a lot of sun. Temporary reliable motion vectors, no, it's ray trace level of detail, crossfades made easy, that's good. Ray tracing decals, billboard, hybrid ray traced and image space refractions, real-time ray traced acoustics. One more chapter about acoustics. Tilt shift rendering using a thin lens model. It's a lot of chapters. Fast and robust ray OBB intersection. I like it. It sounds interesting. That sounds interesting. Real-time rendering of complex fractals, improving numerical precision. Oh, I like everything about numerical precision and about floating point numbers. Great. Ray tracing of blobits. Curved ray traversal. Is it about black holes? Ray tracing small voxel things. Chapter 38. CPU performance in DXR. Yeah, my great English. Chapter 39. Inverse transform sampling. Sounds good. Accelerating Boolean visibility, practical special hash maps, efficient spatial rendering of GPU, efficient spectral rendering on the GPU for predictive rendering. Sounds good. Is it about hero sampling or some other technique? Efficient bias volume pasteurizing. That's also good because the chapter about volume rendering in the first edition was very small and very good. Past tracing RBF particle volumes, ray tracing in the wild. Oh my god, ray tracing in control. Here at my apartment I also do ray tracing in the wild. It's pretty wild here. Light sampling in Quake 2 using subset importance should be great. Ray tracing in Fortnite. Reblur, hierarchical current denoiser. Nice. And chapter 50. It's more chapters here in this book. It's in the previous book it was 32 and here 50, so additional 18 chapters. So it's really good. And the last chapter it's from Tim Sweeney about Unreal Engine 4. Nice. So that was it. I am very grateful for this gift. and I am not sure if I will read this from cover to cover, but I'll definitely going to check the most interesting chapters. Thank you.